Greetings, church. This is Kevin Duclairon. Today is Friday, the 28th of August, 2020. And on Tuesday, September 1st, I turned 49 years old. Yay! I'm yaying now because I don't know if I'll make it then. The way my situation is right now, I'm still dealing with Gabriel and John MacArthur. And I was just about to go to Tigard, Oregon to see if I could take the Microsoft Word 2007 and put it on my SD card. But the Lord told me, no, don't go. Don't go. I had to save that phone. Don't go because the manager of U-Haul is pissed off and outraged at the fact that his computer was hit. I'm not exactly sure who hit his computer, but I think there's a suspicion that MacArthur might be behind it. And why would John MacArthur hit the man computer? Probably because I've been going into the computer. I've been going to my old laptop and trying to transfer the Microsoft Word 2007 onto an SD card, and then from the SD card trying to transfer it to my new Microsoft Word, to my new computer laptop, instead of going out and buying it for $150, which I do not have. Remember, I haven't worked since 2017, and I have a terminal illness, and they won't hire me because of John and Gabriel. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, but they won't hire me. Anyway, I am right now at the corner of Southwest 6th, and behind me is Southwest Clay. So I'm sitting here at Revolution Coffee House, but I just read from their poster there. That's Revolution. They are closed for the season, or they are closed for several months because of COVID. So I'm sitting here trying to contemplate, what do I do with my time? Because that's what I had intended to do, was to go to Tigard and make the transfer so I could edit some of the photographs that I had taken when I was doing the reading of church structure and trying to implement the photographs with the individual videos so I could send them in for registration. Yesterday, I was on my way to I made a registration at the Midland Library, Multnomah Public Library on 122nd. And I made the mistake, when you're narcoleptic, you fall asleep unknowingly. So I fell asleep on bus number 20. And when I woke up, there was a cut on my bottom lip on the inside. And the registration that I had for Midland at 12 in the afternoon was canceled. What was strange was that the woman that was actually at Midland helping me and talking to me was a representative of the actress, I guess some Jewish actress woman who represents the Queen. And I was really annoyed by that because that woman didn't like me very well on the screen. And I watched one of her movies and I ended up getting hurt as a result of watching the movie. What happened to her on the screen happened to me, and it pissed me off from that day forward. And so I don't watch her movies anymore, but they've been using her to offend, and I wish they'd stop doing that. But anyway, so when I got to Midland yesterday, it was her as a blonde. She's not a blonde, but it was her as a blonde talking to me, and and of course she also represents Gabriel if she's representing the Queen. So I kind of got ticked off, but I didn't say anything to her about the representation. She had suggested that I go to Rockwood Library, and the Lord said, no, don't go over there. I had my pack of flash drives with me. I don't know if they hit one of those flash drives, if that was the reason why they canceled the library session. I was supposed to go there and take all the pictures and turn them into a double-sided, two-page page, sort of like reduce the photos instead of the full page photos, and then send them to the Library of Congress for registration with the book itself. The book is about 224 pages, and So I couldn't do that yesterday because of the hit and because of both hits. Actually there were three hits. The first hit was one of the workers of the bank came out on behalf of Mark Rodriguez using his old words. I kind of took it as a warning from Mark that he would be going into my bank box and sabotaging my flash drives. Um, I don't think that's cool because Mark and I are not friends. We never have been. And, he's a white Hispanic and he's got a chip on his shoulders. And I don't know where he's at today, where he's living or dead. I suppose that he's probably dead because when I knew him, he was in his 60s. So he's probably in his late 70s, 80s now. He was an old man. And so anyway, I don't know where he's at today, but that was the first hit. That was kind of surprising that she used his words. The second hit was me falling asleep and them cutting the bottom of my lip. I suspect it was Gabriel or a woman representing. And of course, there's sexual assault on the genital when that happens. And of course, the third hit was probably MacArthur, who, pretty much says, no, you're not going to do any work on this computer today regarding this book because I took this book from you back in 2016 and I don't approve. John forgets that the church belongs to God. I don't think John is a Christian, church. I think he's a devil. I can't prove it, but only God can do that. And check with the Lord, and he can probably assure you that John is either working for him or working for Satan. I'm not sure who he's working for. Anyway, the day before that, on Wednesday, on my way to Tigard, I fell asleep, and they came out on me and sexually assaulted me and pierced me in the shoulder, and for 2 days it ached. I didn't say anything to Metro or to the police department, but yesterday I was so ticked off at it, I called the police, non-emergency, told them what happened, but I didn't get a police report. And as far as Metro, I called them and I told them, you need to give these drivers, these conductors, permission to open their mouths so that if somebody on the bus gets raped or hurt or something and somebody has to revive them with a needle or a syringe or something, so that when people wake up, they're not going, why am I in pain and why do I feel like I need to use the urinal because somebody was, sucking on their genitals to wake them up. I don't understand why the sexual offense, but that's what they've been doing to me publicly, openly, and Metro TriMet drivers have allowed it. They allowed it twice, yesterday and the day before. So I called them and I told, and I filed a complaint against that. And I said, you need to tell the drivers you have the permission to speak up, and tell the passenger, hey, listen, if you fall asleep as a narcoleptic, this is what has happened, so it doesn't become like a criminal case or something. Anyway, last night I got sexually assaulted again by Gabriel and whoever. I woke up about 12. I went to bed about 10 o'clock. And of course, I spewed out a lot of stuff from the Lord and that they didn't like. I won't say it on this camera because I can't prove it. But they heard me this morning and they didn't like it. So they put stool hardener in my milk. The woman that I usually get milk for I think represents Gabriel. And they put stool hardener in my milk. And I literally, after breakfast, could not drink the milk. I couldn't use. And so I'm sitting there going, okay, that's another one of their judgments. Their judgments are not huge. They're little things, like sticking a needle, dislocating your foot. My foot is still in pain. My right foot, big toe, feels like it's been dislocated. And it's in pain. I can't walk. I can't run. I have a hard time doing exercises, and it's in a lot of pain. I haven't preached in a while. The Lord doesn't want the preaching. He says no preaching. The people will not respond to the preaching. They will not repent of their sins. Outside of my door, I wrote down the name of all the women, the Haitian women that are representing Windsor women that had sex with me in these last 38 years. So they took offense at that. Let me think. I think that's pretty much where we're at. There's a lot of other, as far as housing is concerned, every time I go for a mobile home, I can't get the property and I can't get the mobile home. There's always some sort of discrepancy. Apart from that, that's DMV directly behind me. PSU is right up the hill. And there's not a whole lot going on in Portland, except for there's protesting everywhere. And that's about it, church.
God be with you.